Hello, SNA assassinators. I don't know why I just cut off like that. It was barely like half an hour when it cut off, but now I'm back here. And I'm gonna continue to talk about the Jay White versus Ray Phoenix match. But anyways, before like I got interrupted from the webcam cutting out, this is where we got Jay White and got him right up on the shoulders into like some kind of a snake eye. That's where we got Ray Phoenix then counter out of it, send him on the outside, dive onto him. This is where they start beating the holy hell out of each other right into the ringside area until they eventually got back in the ring. This is where we got what else happened? Jay White got in control. This is where he hit him, bounced him right to the upper right side, then hit him with a big right chop, which he maintains to be in the number one spot on Gunther's MVP. But this is where we got Phoenix to flip right out of it, but it still got Sting with a chop with Jay White's one of his stingers, which is his back of his hand, of course. This is where then he then go for like a body slam right onto the former AEW Tag Team and International Champion. But this is where we got Ray Phoenix flipping right out of it somehow. This is where we got him hitting round out. This is where he tried to go for a roundhouse kick the first time, but he ducks, but he gets a guarantee the second time, kicking him right in the square in his face. This is where we got Ray Phoenix going down right up on top rope, brought down the Phoenix with a big frog splash. This is where we got Ray Phoenix then trying to finish him off. But he still kicked out at 2.999999999. Double reminds me of going away from being 3. And I was thinking to myself, like if I was looking at it in the storyline perspective, and if I didn't know better, I would have said Ray Phoenix would have won with that move itself. But yeah, but unfortunately, it did not put away the switchblade. This is where he kicked out at the last 0.99999 double reminds me of 1. This is where we got a very impressive rolling hurricanrana that Ray Phoenix performed. This is where he tried to go for a cover, but this is where we got Jay White kicked out the last second again at 2.9999999. We're going away from B3. This is where he started roundhouse kicking right to the midsection. This is where we got him kicked right to the left side. This is where we got Ray Phoenix then I believe did a little bit of a cameo insult to injury by pointing at him and did a little shot, a shooting kind of hand gesture, like a little guns up of a bang bang. And this is where he tried to go for a super kick, but this is where Jay White was like, "No way, Phoenix!" And then this is where then he goes for underarm twisting DDTs right into the middle of the ring. This is where then we got. This is where then Jay White then go pick up the Ray Phoenix. This is where, like, while crawling, and he found got back on his feet. This is where I believe he did go for some kind of a suplex, like I believe it was a brain buster actually. A sheared brain buster. This is where he tried to go for a pin, but this is where we got Ray Phoenix got the left shoulder up at 2.9999999. Going away from being 3. And it looks like this move is like a finisher rather than a signature, because it knew he got him to win, like if it was. But anyway, this is where we got Jay White then kind of argue with the referee. This is where the referee confirmed that it is a 2 count rather than the 3. This is where then Jay White's like, okay, no matter. Like I haven't even did my actual finishing maneuver. This is where he's like I'm gonna do it as soon as I hit this. There's a half Nelson Dragon suplex, but this is where we get Phoenix then going for a fireman's carry. This is where he spin him around a bit, and this is where he tried to go for that fireman's power driver. But this is where Jay White then counter out of it. This is where it then hits the Blade Runner eventually, which it was the guarantee because the first attempt did not work at all. So this with the no matter what unconditional what they call Blade Runner. This is where he got the 1, 2, 3 with it. And the winner of this match and advancing at the semifinals by the leader of the Bang Bang Gang and 1/3 of the Trios champion, Switchblade Jay White. And I want to give a ginormous congratulations for him to get this win. And it seems like he's going to face either Jeff Jarrett or this wild card bracket. And then I was like, whoever it may be, I think it's going to be me personally. It's going to be the mystery wild card guy. While we got Shingo Takagi and Bryan Danielson that's going to face each other, but not only it's going to be at AEW Forbidden Door in this crossover, but also it's going to be for the Owen Hart Cup for this year. And not only just that as well, we also they're going to get a shot at the AEW World Championship, whether if it's Swerve Strickland or Will Ospreay, whoever wins the AEW Championship at this Sunday's Forbidden Door pay-per-view. But this is where we got this is where then Jay White then saw the Patriarch. He came out, like, including Christian Cage. This is where Jay White and the rest of the Bang Bang Gangs like want some, come and get it. Like, try to take this gold from us and see what we don't do. This is where Jay White was like, you better stay like at least 10 feet away from us, or else you'll be asking for it when we start banging you with our guns up. And then this is where Christian Cage is like such immature children, they do not know like what we are capable of doing. This is where fans are like, and this is where the fans start mocking him, saying he's a father, clap, 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 clap. He's a father to Christian Cage. This is where then Christian Cage was like, you keep believing your nonsense, like, because that's all you're full of. Like, you're just nothing but nonsense. This is where we got Christian Cage and gave a huge grin along with Shayna Wayne once they turned around. But this is where we got the Young Bucks backstage in the backstage in their locker room, lacing up their Reebok shoes on. This is where then they were like, all right, like the Acclaim, like, you know. This is where then we got Nicholas Jackson starting off saying like. Yeah, it was Nicholas. Yeah, it was Nicholas. He said, "Do you claim I have a really bad temper? And I was angry and mad. Like, I brought these foreign objects to the ring, and you took advantage of us. And this is like, and you won that match to earn your shot at the AEW Tag Team Championship. And then this was like, but guess what, guys? When they're actually on the line, like the results are gonna be a little bit different. What just happened 7 nights ago, and this is where Matthew Jackson confirmed. He was like, "Yeah, you're correct, right there, little bro." Like, but like. Or little brother, to be fully proper, because they don't like shortened words for some odd reasons. But this is where he's like, we're going to be remaining as your All Elite Wrestling World Tag Team Champions. Like, and the Rainmaker Okada's going to still to be the Continental Champion. Like, and after Forbidden Door, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have a new He's going to be the new TNT champion, and his name is the Scapegoat. And I want to ask you guys about that. Do you think it will be indeed the Scapegoat, or do you think it's going to be somebody totally different? I think it's going to be certainly somebody totally different. I just need to see who that might be, which I probably will have my predictions on that as well by the Saturday. So make sure to watch AEW Collision's review video where I'm going to tell you about that. But yeah. I think it might. They might tease that it could be the Scapegoat himself, but only for him to get screwed out of the match. I'm not sure who could it possibly be. I'm still trying to think who could be the one other than a wrestler that left the company and that's in a totally different one, in the Stanford-based one, like somebody that's not from Chicago. Well, at least one in particular. Like, they could be from Chicago, but it's probably somebody totally different. But I'm not sure if there's any other Chicago wrestler that's in AEW that's popular as the guy that left and went back to the company that he made a name for himself at. But yeah, we're just gonna have to see. But I think it'd be somebody different, like a Mark Briscoe or a Konosuke Takeshita or a Dante Martin, somebody that's kind of underrated. That's in AEW, if you know what I mean. Yeah. But anyway, this is where we got. This is where then we got the Young Bucks had bigger news than that. Like according to Matthew Jackson. The Owen Hart tournament next week, like the Elite have decided like to enter our very own wild card into the Owen Hart Foundation tournament against Jeff. Who's like, and we know who exactly this guy be. Like, he's gonna run into the entire tournament, like until the final, and you're gonna get a shot at the world title, like regardless if it's either Ospreay or Swerve. He was like, and he's gonna bring the championship home to the Elite, like where it could possibly belong. And then we got all the power, and we got all the and we're gonna have all the gold into the Elite. And he's like, and then this is where then Matthew Jackson ended saying, like, let's let's bring history to the world, baby. And this is where then we got Nicholas Jackson to say, like, all right, that's all for now. I can and enjoy the rest of the show. AEW Galaxy. This is where they move on to went to the next segment, which was the Acclaim walking out of the ring. I was thinking to myself, who could this guy in particular could possibly be that's going to be facing Jeff Jarrett in the wild card next week? And I was thinking to myself, like, like it could be a certain Cowboy, Hangman Cowboy to be the exact, that could help the Elite out. Like, even though they kind of fired him in the Elite, but they could rehire him back into the group. And he could be not only just Jeff Jarrett, but also Jay White and also either Danielson or Pac or even Shingo Takagi, whoever wins that Forbidden Door, like, and whoever wins the semifinals in the next week or two, and who's going to be emerging to the finals, like, and you're going to be facing this guy, and you're probably going to face either Swerve or what's his name, Will Ospreay. But I think it's going to be Swerve Strickland. Like, to be honest, I'm just saying, because this guy that could win the Owen Hart Cup tournament, he could be Swerve's next challenger. But I'm not sure if he will be the one to dethrone him, though. That remains to be seen, and that's going to be another story for a future video. But anyway, this is where we got the Acclaim coming out. This is where they addressed the Young Bucks once they came out there, like, not giving no cares to what exactly they said. This is where then Max Caster did was like, hey, yo, everybody, listen. This is where fans like, yeah, like, we want to hear you speak. This is where the fans start chanting, oh, scissor me, daddy, like about 10 times in a row. This is where Max Caster then said, yo, once again. This is where fans like, yo, this is where Max Caster had a huge grin on his face. This is where he's like, yo, like, listen. And then this is where fans like, we're listening. This is where then Max Caster's like, normally I would be freestyling, but I want to be serious right here. And last week, the Acclaim, thought the young flubs. Well, he didn't say that, but you know what I mean. He was like they were in this ring, like, and then the results, like, surprisingly, like, nobody, like, because the Peaceful Choice pinned the World Tag Team Champions and earned himself a title shot. And I was thinking to myself, yeah, this is definitely creative freedom, because he just broke the fourth wall here, saying, like, the People's Choice, and yeah, they clearly did choose the Acclaim to win that match, like, in order to get him a shot at the World Tag Team Champions. Fans were cheering, like, about Max Caster. This is where then they were like, and the Young Flubs, like, I think it's best to say that it's like, you guys are for the soft ass self-importance of the executive vice presidents of this company that you are, like, and we proved that you guys cannot run the TV production. You can't run the company right, like, and most importantly, like, you sure as hell cannot run from a fight, like, because the Acclaim is gonna get up in that. Getting up into the rear ends, and we're gonna get that titles back, like, and that's gonna be a mic drop. And then this is where Max Caster, he passed the microphone right onto his tag partner Anthony Bowens. He was like, "Yep, that's right." Like, and all we need to do here is to be you and then Manazzo and in order to be the tag team champions, is this one more time, just like the eliminatory match last week. And this is where fans are like, yeah, please do. And this is where then Anthony Bowens was like, and I heard what you said, Nicholas, like, about us cheating and all this nonsense. Like, don't make excuses, because you will have none when the next time we come face to face with you guys. Because Max and I, we've been strategizing on whether if it's gonna be the best time to issue this challenge. And when we do, guys, like, you are gonna be looking at the new two-time All Elite Wrestling Tag Team Champions, like. And he's like, and you know why? And then the fans said why. And then this is where he said his catchphrase, because everyone loved the Acclaim. And this is where then we heard some, and this is where then before we get into that, this is where we got Anthony Bones then shouted to the Buffalo crowd saying, like, get y'all scissors up in the air, like, and bring them, put them up high as you can. And then let's get our scissor on. This is where he was like, and scissor me, daddy ass. And then this is where he asked Billy Gunn to scissor him. This is where we got some anonymous voices then say, like, all right, stop it and shut the hell up. Like, nobody want to hear you talk, like, blah, blah, blah. And then this is where we saw it was none other than the three champions of their respective divisions of the mid card and tag team division, none other than the Elite, most specifically Kazuchika Okada